All right, back in bicep day, workout number 2. So today I'm going to be doing the same rep and set progression that you will see in phase 3, similar to phase 4, just in phase 4. We're using heavier weights and lower reps. The reason being, I want to show you guys what training past failure looks like. Okay, so phase 1 and 2, very simple. We're doing straight sets, 3 sets of 12, 4 sets of 12, and then eventually 5 sets of 12. And then phase 2, we're upping the weights and the intensity, right? Pretty simple. Now, in those phases, I want you to be training close to failure, but not to absolute failure. So maybe 1 or 2 reps in reserve. That being said, I can't tell you how many times I've met up with a client in person and we went to the gym and I said, okay, show me a set where you train to failure. And they do their set, they get off, and I end up making them do another 10 reps. Okay, so a lot of you are probably not training with the intensity that's needed to really initiate muscle growth as efficiently as possible. You get that by upping the intensity and training close to failure with good quality reps. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today on back day, and then I'm going to be going over some of the intricacies on how do I get the most out of these different movements. Okay, so exercise number 1, lat pull downs. For you guys that are doing the home training, it's going to be weighted pull-ups. A vertical pull, and then we're going to do a horizontal pull, right? The gym, you can use a row machine, cable rows, dumbbell rows, doesn't matter, right? Inverted rows on the rings at home. So let's do this. I'm a little big for this machine. I got these long arms, so do our best here, but I like to grab the bar right about here. Honestly, grabbing it wider, there's this myth that helps you get a wider back. It's not true. Usually you're gonna find the best connection with the muscle right about here, just outside of shoulder width, okay? Up the weight a little bit. All right, so ideally you can get a stretch just here, but I've got these albatross wings here, so do my best here. You want to start in the stretch position, pull straight to your clavicle. Nice and slow, let the shoulders come up, stretch out the back, and then pull. No bouncing on any movement. Full stretch, slight pause, pull, contract. Nice and slow, stretch, pause, contraction. All right, now I'm going to take this to failure. Now on phase 3 and 4, you want to do this perfect form as much as possible, but when pushing to failure, you are going to get fatigued. And if you have a little body English after completing maybe 10 quality reps, that's okay. Ugh. This is when the body English comes in. A little momentum. Okay. That's the point at which it's just going to get ugly, and I know I can rack it. I usually take about 4 medium breaths, and this time we go again. We're going to do 3 myo sets today. Usually you're going to get 3 or 5. All right, let's go. Very minimal rest, 10 seconds max. Oh. Breathe. Oh. Oh. Okay. Last one. Okay, that's it. That would be week 1 of phase 3. Following week, you simply just add one more myo rep set. So we would do 4 after the initial set to failure. Simple as that. Week after that, add one more set. I forgot to mention with your warm-ups, it's one all-out set, right? One all-out set that we're shooting for in phase 3 and 4. With your warm-ups, you want to just take it nice and easy. Leave lots of reps in reserve. Just get some blood flow into the joints. And then hunt around. It'll take a little work, but try to figure out where that weight is, where you are failing around 12 to 18 reps. All right, let's go into the horizontal pull or row. Okay, so I just warmed up to a weight that I feel comfortable is going to be in the 12 to 18 rep range, failure. Let's do it. Okay, so just like the vertical pull or pull-ups or lat pull down, same thing applies. What we want to do with any kind of pulling movement is try to get the deepest stretch possible. So I'm letting my shoulder sockets come forward in this movement. Right? And then stretching out the back, the upper lats, the rhomboids. And then I'm going to be pulling my shoulders and sucking them back into the joints, and then finishing the movement by pulling as far back as possible. Always explosive on the pull, and then nice and slow and controlled on the stretch. Shoulders come forward, no bounce. Pause, contraction, and stretch with tension. Again, anybody can just sling weights around. That's not hard training. Hard training is making a weight, a light weight, feel heavy and squeezing the weight up, and then hunting for that deep burn and leaning into it. That's where I experience massive growth with my training. It's when I stopped trying to ego lift and I made each rep as difficult as possible on the targeted muscle. Malfunction. There's the burn. Lean into it. Four big breaths. Time to go. I could probably go a little heavier on this one, actually, guys. I'm gonna up the weight now. That's it. 2. One more. It hurts. It hurts, but it's a good hurt. That's what you want to be hunting for if you want to build muscle as efficiently as possible. Okay, now we're doing bicep curls and we're doing drop set on this one, right? So you're gonna be limited with your equipment for you at home guys on this one. Sit these down. I got 45s here, for example, and 30s. 45s are a little heavier than I usually like to go. So I don't know if I'll get 12 reps on these. So just, whatever you have, train to failure. If that's 8 reps, if that's 6 reps, because you got some heavy dumbbells like this, that's okay. Just get the drop set in best you can. If you have dumbbells at home, if you have a cable machine, that's a great way to do it as well. Some heavy bands to some lighter bands for you at home guys. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do alternating curls with these. Again, no momentum for as long as you can. Curl up and then slightly lift your elbow on a curl like this. And then tension on the stretch, keeping my elbows by my side. Trying to make my upper body like a cast. Squeeze, stretch. Maximal contraction, tension all the way through the stretch position. Squeeze, stretch. And you can see these are getting challenging for me. Okay, that's gonna be a little body English now. I like to use just a little momentum on the way up, but always keep the lowering portion of the lift controlled. Okay. That's it. Grab these 30s, and then for these drop sets, I like to do both at the same time. Okay, that's it. And that's what failure looks like, guys. So it's one all-out set for phase 3 and 4. For phase 1 and 2, you're going to be stopping just shy of failure, right? You're also not going to be doing myo reps and cluster sets and drop sets, straight sets. So I still want you to kind of play around and hunt around for where failure is for you in phase 1 and phase 2, and really push to that point where you couldn't lift it no matter what, right? Just kind of hunt around for that point, figure out what that is for you and what the weight is that gets you there. And then for the rest of your sets, just scale back maybe 1 or 2 reps, okay? And then phase 3 and phase 4, we'll be taking it to failure and even past failure. Don't forget, the most important factor in this whole thing is to measure your progress, okay? What gets measured gets managed. And that's how this whole progressive overload thing works. So count your reps, track them, put them in the Google Sheets tracker. If it helps you to have, a whiteboard, especially for you guys that are training at home, get a whiteboard, get a chalkboard, write down your workouts, and at the end of each set, go write that number down, right? So you know what you have to beat next time. Really important, okay? Don't forget, post a little accountability, give a little flex, post your receipts in the group.